98.4 FM Talk. Great conversations, great music. 98.4 FM Midlands. Turn it up.
Good evening. Welcome to 98.4 FM Talk. My name is Tinaani Nyabereka and I'm a host. We meet on Thursday today, that is 7 to 8 on your program, The Fireplace. And we do this every Thursday, discussing issues happening within the nation of Zimbabwe and within the communities. The Fireplace. Pano patino taura nyaza ango sena zidenga zichitika kama mukati menaraunda uye mukati menyika ye Zimbabwe. Muchirongwa chanasta cha aiwarikatembo kurukura ndine varume vaviri vandinavo muno. I have two gentlemen with me here who are going to help me unpack today's discussion. As you are going to be having a discussion on the Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. This is the topic which we are looking at as we are trying to unpack the bill and understand how is it structured and also Rukumbo Famba say. So in the studio, I'm joined by Mr. John Manyundwa. He is former councillor, Ward 18, and he's also a policymaker. I'm also joined by Mr. Yemuraita Kudzwa Guvea, and he is ZANU-PF Provincial Secretary for Business, Liaison, and Development. It's a very good evening to you, gentlemen. Good evening, Mr. Guvea. Good evening, Mr. Manyundwa.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tinaani.
So, the Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026, the Bill 16 introduces a set of constructive reforms that, taken together, reinforces constitutional governance, strengthening democratic structures, clarifying institutional mandates, and harmonizing Zimbabwe's constitutional order with tested and successful practices in other progressive jurisdictions. So the bill modernizes and streamlines various aspects of the constitutional architecture while upholding the values of the 2013 Constitution. So this is also the other position which I have from a paper I have with me right here. So maybe to begin with, let me start with you, Mr. Guvea. What's your understanding of the Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026?
Okay, what I'll bring it across to the economic aspect of what the bill is going to address, because this is what is important for every Zimbabwean to understand.
Okay,
you realize that when the president started, we had the Transitional Stabilization Program, the National Development Strategy 1, and now we are in the National Development Strategy number 2. Looking at all these policies, you then realize that the duty of this bill is to give a president, his administration, the members of parliament, the councillors per se, ample time, to actually fix the requirements of any economy. It also seeks to streamline the 2013 Constitution with the modernizing the values of the 2013 Constitution with the current status quo. There are a lot of things that are involved in building an economy that we didn't understand when that constitution was written, and the period at which we thought that things can happen within 5 years, when a proposal to write that constitution was made. We didn't then get to understand the gist of what was required, the task at hand. Now that the task at hand has been understood, we then realize that we require ample time to do this. So there are a lot of things that are addressed in the bill. You look at actually also streamlining the owners of the land. You realize that when the Liberation War was fought, it was fought in the guise of giving back land to the owners of the land. And the owners of the land are the chiefs. Those were the people who pushed people to go to war to defend the interest of the chiefs. So now the Constitution says this bill seeks to address that anomaly in which the chiefs were not given an opportunity to participate in the ownership of what they rightfully own. So this bill, this amendment, seeks to address all those anomalies.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Govea. Let me come to you, Mr. Manyundwa. What's your take? What's your understanding? What is Amendment Bill number 3 to you? What key changes does it proposes to the Constitution? Maybe just to give a highlight on your reaction as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Tinan. My view on this amendment proposal, that is Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, mainly lies in the political rights of citizens of Zimbabwe. All other clauses that are there, mainly, I think they were just brought in, but mainly to support the idea by the government of the day. We want to take, for example, the most controversial issue, whereby we find today the issue of the term extension of the president, that of parliament and local authorities. I think that is where the problem is. Because when we talk of transparency, accountability, it starts from where the power lies. We have a situation whereby we have been having a system of 5-year terms for the president and local authorities, and that of the parliament. Now they want to amend this constitution. They now want to lengthen the number of years one should be in position on the basis of they are saying they want to reduce what they call toxicity. But you wonder, who is so toxic? Are the citizens very toxic? Even if they are so toxic, what actually stops the current government from pursuing its development agenda? And is there any empirical data or evidence that proves that says if the term of president is extended for the next 2 years, there shall be no toxicity? What guardrails have they put in place? So you see, that's where the challenge is, and it's a serious challenge. Now we come on to the bill has been forwarded by the parliament to people for them to discuss, come out with giving their ideas. The ruling part is not giving the citizens of this country opportunity to debate. It is only them that are allowed to debate this bill.
Okay,
that's where
why are you saying so?
Right, I think ever since this bill was it was proposed, you've seen many opposing figures being not given the opportunity to discuss about it. I think we've got recently the arrest and the detention of Tendai BT with his Defend the Constitution forum. We have got Love Momaduku, who is a constitutional lawyer and also a professor, who has got this party, the NCA. They also tried to discuss about this bill, and unfortunately, I think you all know what happened to him. And up to now, there is no even a report of who actually came and beat them while they are having their meetings.
Okay, let me hold you there, Mr. Manyundwa. 0713060506. I want to come to you, Mr. Govea, but also to our listeners. 0713060506. You can come through to our listeners and be part of this program. Thank you so much for the program, Tinaani. We are tuned in, and we also want to give our inputs. Okay, you can come on that number, 0713060506. Maybe let me come to you, Mr. Govea. I understand the party's its position regarding the bill. What is the party's position regarding the bill, and maybe taking from Mr. Manyundwa, what's your understanding? Maybe picking from something which, maybe 1 or 2 points is singled out to say maybe people are not being given ample time. What's your take on that one? Is it true?
I believe Mr. Manyundwa should be man enough and accept the fact that space has been created. For example, today, Mr. Manyundwa is here and we are discussing the bill. And he is an opposition figure. And we are discussing the bill. So I don't know what other space that he's talking about. I'm just giving an analogy of what is happening here. But I would give you an example of maybe for me to clearly explain the position of the party. It should come with empirical evidence of what the party has done. You know that as I was talking about the National Development Strategy Plan, we have created food security in this country, and the president intends, and the president and the parties and the PF intends to create more and more food security for the people. And we have calculated in NDS 1, NDS 2, there is a calculated time frame that allows us to achieve this. And in order to avoid any distortion in policy, this time is needed, this period is needed. You know that we have a breaking record of 355 million kgs of tobacco. We have hit a record that even Ian Douglas Smith in all his years combined, he has failed to do that. 700,000 housing units have been created so far, and 1 million more housing units are yet to be created under NDS 2. So I'm trying to give you a picture of what is needed to be done, the task that is needed to be done. And the party's position is we want to create an egalitarian society by 2030 for everyone. And we don't want any distortion in policy, any conflicting policy, any toxicity that he's talking about in the policy, not in any political sphere. It's about the policy, it's about the masses. ZANU-PF has always been about the masses. When the first constitution of ZANU-PF was written, it was written that it is a source of to create an egalitarian society for all the people of Zimbabwe. And ZANU-PF is saying that by 2030, the GNI for an individual will be going for about $5,000, meaning that every individual will be earning around $416 per month. So in order to achieve that, we don't want to create any distortion around this. This is what the opposition is. Their selfish interest. They just want power. They just want to be in power. So they don't understand the concept of what is happening here. What is happening here is we are creating continuity. We are creating something that lasts forever. That's what ZANU-PF is doing. And you must understand that this bill came from the people. It came from the masses. It was crafted from the masses. It's not something that came, it's not a bottom, it's not a top-down approach, but it's a bottom-up approach, where the people themselves, they created what has been created here. So what is alarming to the Manyundwas and his counterparts is that why is it gaining so traction? Why are a lot of people supporting this thing?
Okay, thank you so much for that reaction there, Mr. Gouveia. 0713060506, 0713060506. Good evening, thank you so much for the program. Nini I'm tuned in, and Scott Ndisem, and I'm in support of the bill because I believe it is there to help in the national development agenda. Thank you, Sam, for that program, for that response there. 0713060506. Come through comments, questions, contributions. And thank you so much. Let's unpack the bill and also understand some of its contents, because I believe people, they are just looking at one position, the issue of political rights, but also there are other critical issues also to note, to look at. Remember, Tinaani Nyabereka, Ekutoti. The parliament is going also to play a pivotal role in the election of the president. Okay, thank you so much for that message. And John, 0713060506. Come through comments, questions, contributions as you are having this discussion. Maybe let me just get into the clauses of the bill as well as we continue. Maybe Mr. Manyudo will also react if you want to react to Mr. Gouveia's points, one or two. So this amendment on clause 2, this amendment establishes a parliamentary method for selecting the president. It specifies that a candidate must secure a majority of votes, and if no one achieves an absolute majority, a runoff election will be held. The process is overseen by the Chief Justice and designated judge to ensure it's conducted properly. The measures, then, according to the analysis which I see here, the measures strengthen constitutional accountability, promoting fairness, openness, and judicial oversight in the election. Maybe what's your take on that, Klaus?
Yeah, on that one, I think it is the first clause that seeks to rob citizens of their rights to elect the president. Citizens feels that it is their duty mainly to elect a head of state. Why should they subcontract their right to someone who has got his own thoughts? Because being an MP doesn't necessarily mean that probably is someone who is upright. He might have his own thoughts. This is the reason why, if you check in previous elections, ZANU-PF could garner so many seats in parliament. But when it comes to the number for the president, look at the gap. It was almost closing in between the leading and the between the opposition and the it was an opposition candidate and the ruling party candidate. So what it means is, even those that are in ZANU-PF, they would vote for their councillor, they would vote for their MP, but on the president, they will not vote for the president because they feel there is something that he lacks or what. So it's actually a clause that seeks to rob citizens of their right. And I think you have heard so many arguments about why our grandfathers, mothers went to war. This was the reason. It was this same system that was being used by Smith. So now they want to take it away again. And we have been, I think, from 1980 we were using Lancaster House Constitution. And they had not removed those clauses in that constitution. So all along, from early 2000, when people started talking about changing the constitution, right up to 2013, the idea was to give full rights of citizens when it comes to electing their representatives.
Okay, what about the issue of legislators being mandated by the people to represent the people? I want you to think about that one, Mr. Manyunda. I'll come back to you. I want to understand what's your thought on that one. Maybe coming to you, Mr. Guve, what's your take on the clause which I just read, the parliamentary mode?
Tinaani, it's something that is uniquely worrying. In 2017, at the verge of the transition, everyone in the streets was basing on the parliament to remove Robert Mugabe. Everyone in the streets was saying that Robert Mugabe must be removed by the parliament. The parliament must impeach Robert Mugabe. We've elected those parliamentarians to defend us, so they should remove Robert Mugabe for us. So we are saying that we uniquely accepted the fact that the parliament has the capacity to make a decision for us and remove a sitting president.
Okay.
So what then denies us? Why then denies the parliament the right to elect a president on our behalf? To remove the distortion. When we vote for an MP, it's trust. It's a virtue. We are saying that this man is virtuous. Okay. This man is honorable in his actions. So when you elect a parliamentarian, we are sure that his actions are honorable. He will listen to his constituents. And when his constituents tells him to vote for a certain president, he or she will definitely vote for that president. So I don't see anything wrong for a member of parliament to make a decision on behalf of the masses and reduce the burden on the citizen, for the tax burden.
Okay,
it's logical. And he is speaking about rights that there's no right that has been taken away here. There's no right that has been taken away here. The people still maintain their right to vote. And even if you read chapter 4 or in the constitutions of the rights of people, there's nothing that has been changed here. The people remain the chief protagonist in any election. But what has happened is that for example, we can talk about the cabinet. Who chooses the cabinet? It's the president alone. So what's the difference of a parliament choosing a president alone? There's nothing different.
Okay, thank you so much. There's nothing different there. These are the words of Mr. Gouveia. Thank you so much. 0713060506. Good evening. I'm Ekt Chauke. My contribution is that the main mandate of our leaders that we choose is to represent, is to build the economy and focus on the governance. So bring stability and save resources of the country. 100% we support the bill. Furthermore, checks balances are important so that the parliament can hold the president accountable after electing him as our representative. Okay, thank you so much, Ekt Chauke, for that message there. Thank you, Mama Shero, for tuning in. I see another message, and thank you so much, Tinaani, in support of the bill, simply because I think we also need to contribute to the development of the nation. Let us also do background check and see what is on the ground. I think we need to appreciate Simon, Tinaani message urutipa Ford share 0713060506. Coming to you, Mr. Manyundwa, maybe you might also want to have other reactions, but then let me also go on to read Clause 6 of the bill. The provision then allows the president to appoint 10 senators, raising total number of senators to 90. The amendment aims to bring in broader technical expertise, enhancing parliament oversight, expand the pool of potential ministers, build public confidence, and help reduce political and social divisions. That issue, Mambo Tauraya, elongating and maybe the extension. What's your understanding maybe of the balance between the two? The president now going to appoint 10 senators and also maybe extensions for councillors as well. Do you then feel maybe it applies to enhancing oversight and also maybe expanding maybe the public confidence?
Yeah, you know this clause now. It's not all about enhancing governance, but it's all about consolidating power.
Okay.
What we want to let us look back at what actually transpired. We have a situation whereby in this country there's a challenge of a party resolution being imposed on citizens, whereas the party on its own, I think we've got more than 20 political parties here as it stands, and ZANU-PF as a party, it also came with its own resolution that it is now culminating into wanting to change the constitution on the basis of their resolution. But fine, there's nothing wrong with that.
What stops your party from coming up with a resolution? No. What stops your party from coming up with your own resolution?
Okay. We have got the resolution, and our resolution.
And why can't you create? Why can't you make a submission to Parliament?
The resolution is there.
What stops you from making a submission from Parliament through your parliamentarians?
We need submissions. And the resolution we have currently is that of the Constitution, what it says. But now,
the resolution is not of the Constitution.
And this is the reason why you see today ZANU-PF as it is, has never allowed anyone outside its structures to sit down and discuss about this.
Are you in ZANU-PF structures, Mr. Manyundo? Are you in ZANU-PF structures?
Outside,
are you ZANU-PF in ZANU-PF structures?
ZANU-PF.
So why are you allowed to discuss the bill?
Let me.
The bill is now
because
look. We are saying the bill.
Let me pose the question then, Mr. Manyundwa.
Yes.
What about the 90-day consultation period? What's your take about it in terms of giving people?
This is just a gimmick. This 90-day consultation period, we are only seeing ZANU-PF being allowed to.
Do you know the definition of the word gimmick?
It's a gimmick.
What does the word gimmick mean?
Okay,
no. We are not here to tell about the definition there. But it's just a farce to say you have engaged people.
Have you been denied access to the consultations?
People are being arrested.
Where?
Everywhere. Whoever want to discuss about the Constitution without you allowing that gathering, definitely. It's not going. It's going to be successful.
Let me hold you there, Mr. Manyundo. Mr. Gouveia, I see you want to react.
Mr. Manyundo is the one creating a fuss here. There is the 90-day period. The consultation are in place, and no one has been stopped. I've seen in social media a lot of videos of people supporting the bill, and I've also seen the few videos of people not accepting the bill. And no one has been closed. No one has been stopped. The challenge that they have is they don't have many people supporting their interest.
Okay.
And ZANU-PF has many people, because ZANU-PF is a mass party, it's a colossal party, it's the party of everyone. So there are a lot of people supporting the bill. So when you are cornered, you think that when you realize that you are alone, you then start to look for a bad carpenter blames his tools.
If you are a colossal party, why are you not allowing this process to go through a referendum, like what the Constitution says?
Okay.
The Constitution is clear about the referendum. Chapter 4 and chapter 16. Those are the things that require a referendum. The rights of people. Which rights has been affected? No right has been affected. So we don't need a referendum. Chapter 16, land rights, the agricultural land. Nothing has been affected. So why do we need a referendum? Why waste resources?
For an individual to vote for a president?
What?
Isn't it a right?
It's the right to vote. The right to vote.
Vote for a president.
Go to your constitution. Read the constitution. It's the right to vote.
Yes.
And it has not been affected here.
It has been affected.
The right to vote.
Okay.
It ends there. You didn't read your constitution very well. The right to vote.
Okay, let me hold it there, Mr. Gouveia. I pose the question to you, Mr. Manyo, to say then councillors, they are mandated or trusted by people to represent the people. What's your take on that one? Isn't it then that platform whereby councillors go on, legislators go on to represent the people when they vote for the president?
Yeah, they go on to represent the people in parliament, but not on matters to do with taking away their rights. The whole scenario.
Which right has been taken away?
Go
to chapter 4.
We have a situation. We have a situation whereby we have sent someone into parliament to represent us, and look at the process that they want to undertake. They want the same MPs who are set to benefit from a process to vote for that process. For that position, how do you differentiate the two here? The MP who seeks to benefit from a clause that is included in the amendment is the one who is to participate again. What are we doing? Is there any transparency there?
So maybe it's supposed to be those who are not within.
They were sent by the people, and if the people feels that they've performed so well to the extent that they want their term to be extended, it is the people who should actually recommend that. So what is supposed to happen is they must say the people must be given again their opportunity, their chance to say we have heard our MPs, our councillors, and the president. They are doing very well. What are you saying about it? That's the referendum I'm talking of. Bring back the issue to the referendum. You were sent by the people, and the people are your employers. You cannot just say when you have been sent, then you say, I think I'm doing good. I need to extend my time of serving you. Or does it make any sense?
Okay, thank you so much for that reaction. Let me also take some messages coming through. I'll come back to you, Mr. Gouveia. Then we can also maybe respond. This is so good to us. Right, and this is so good to us, Madara, the youth, debating to have the right position for what is going on from analog to technology. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for that message. And the greeting, Tinaani, thank you. I think we need to tackle the bill looking at the economic aspect of things. That's where you see that as a country we still need ample time to do more projects and finish what is on the ground. I strongly support Mr. Gouveia's point. Thank you so much, Simbarashe Rutibata Arekutenda Park 0713060506. Answers on no rights have been taken from the bill. Let's go through the clauses. Zakanaka. Okay, thank you so much for that message. This mighty no 0713060506. Come through comments, questions, contributions, and the I think inyaya dzemiti murifana kuti dzinzwisise guys, ndosaka takapiwa 90 days consultation period to submit our submissions to parliament. This is a process yekutopa pfungwa dzedu. Alright, tinotenda nemessage yamurutipa 0713060506. Come through comments, questions, contributions. Maybe as we move forward again, but I know you want to react, Mr. as well to some of the points that raised one Mr. Manyundwa. Maybe let's go on to look at clause 9, providing for then the creation of the Zimbabwe Electoral Delimitation Commission, which it then addressed the concerns of the sexual role in drawing electoral boundaries, promoting governance, institutional integrity. What's your take on that one again? And also maybe let's also touch on even Yakuti now having the registration name of voters being taken to the registrar's office. What's your take also on that one?
The registrar's office is the one tasked with, it knows when you die. It knows when Tinaani is born. So it's easy for us. It's saving the burden and the budget of the government. It's reducing the burden on the budget of the government and actually creating a sensible way of streamlining, operationalizing what needs to be done. People have been complaining. There are some people, the opposition guys have been complaining. They're ghosty voters, what not. It was because ZEC had to go to the registrar general and ask for records of the people who have died and then cancel them on the voters roll. But now when this is now done with the same system that owns the database of who is given birth to and who dies, it becomes very easy. When you get to 18 years, you don't even have to say. They know within their system that he's 18 years old. He can now vote. It's easy now for the government. But to say the least, there's someone, a contributor who spoke about economic issues to actually make us understand where this thing is coming from. You realize that in 2019, in the early inception of the Second Republic, we were only pumping 1.5 billion liters of fuel in Feruka, wasting the capacity of that pipeline. By today, we are pumping about 3 billion liters of fuel per year. And what this government seeks to do is to make sure that by 2030 it will be pumping 5 billion liters of fuel. This is a critical component of the macroeconomic fundamentals. These are the things that the opposition is not talking about. And to say the least, let me congratulate President Emerson Mnangagwa today and this government for a 100-day cycle without load shedding. That's remarkable. And it's one of the things that you must talk about, because you realize that it's because of Wange Unity 7 and 8, which have increased the electricity generation to 3,100 megawatts. That's so important. And currently their budget is in National Development Strategy number 2. They have already started fixing Wange Unity 1 to 6. These are critical components of macroeconomic fundamentals. These are the things that these guys are not talking about. These are the things that these guys are not looking at. And if someone comes in within the range of these other 2 years before these projects are finished, there is no policy consistent. What if he thinks otherwise and stops those projects? We waste the investment, the investment that has already been done. So we are saying that let's have a period of time for this gentleman to finish what he has started, to finish the race that he started, so that he can continuously keep the faith. This is what ZANU-PF is talking about. And to add to that, I heard Mr. Manyundwa saying that this thing came from an individual. It didn't come. It came from the masses. ZANU-PF is a mass party, as I have said. That this resolution emanated from the cells. You know that ZANU-PF, we have cells, we have branches, we have districts, we have the province, and we have the national. And this emanated from the cells, from the masses, from the people themselves. They are the ones who crafted this.
Right, I'll come back to you then you react, Mr. Manyundwa. Let me just read messages. Anzoni, thank you so much, Tinaani. Mr. Manyundwa is deliberating freely right now. So how come he's saying people are not allowed to air their views? I think let's take note of the 90-day consultation and Irutoya, even in my provinces. It means that zinzurukitwa freely and transparently. All right, ndotenda message ya Murgutipa Baba Josh, and also remember we can't also remember we can't have a vision without the visionary. So let's let the sitting president finish his work. 1818 is your number. Thank thank you tinotenda nemessage yako yarotipa 0713060506 anzoni 100% in support of the bill baba mashi ndotenda nemessage yamurotipa right let me see and the 2008 ZANU-PF had so many MPs who won before the rerun, but President Papa Kaipa, we can't trust our MPs for the long, because they are also human beings. A lot of them have been involved in many dramas while saving us as the people. Gutu West Masanga Nise, okay, to tender the message Yamatipa 277. Mr. Manyiro Marida Kuchaura, something.
Yeah, you know what? You know what?
If you don't trust them, why vote for them?
Okay.
What Mr.
I'll come back to you,
Mr.
Guver.
Mr. Guver is talking about. This is what is expected of a leader. You know, nothing wrong with that. But then, I don't see any reason why we should say his term should be extended because he is doing A, B, C, D. He must do it within the confines of this time that he was given. That is 2023 to 2028. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless if he wants to reveal to us that there is the what they call leadership in ZANU-PF. They are of questionable characters. Are you saying in ZANU-PF there is no one who can take over from him?
Okay.
No,
Maybe you should
I
understand
still need
maybe you
to-
should
to-
understand
Oh,
this.
okay, let me bring
this one.
This
Yeah.
term extension is not for an individual.
And you know the other challenge that we have and the fear that we have is if it's extended to 2030, what will stop them from extending it to 2033, 2035, and the rest of it? What clauses are there to say in 2020, in 2030 they will not extend it to 2023?
Okay, well,
So at the end of the day, you will see that this whole issue about development, it has got nothing to do with the people. The issue of this amendment bill, the people would do nothing, totally nothing for them. It's all about leadership, consolidating power. The appointment of extra 10 senators for what?
okay.
Instead, we're expecting the current parliament to be dealing with issues to do with devolution. I think, you know, since 2013, up to now, we have still got councillors who are not working. Those provincial councillors, they are just appointed during election time. They are not working because the constitution has not been aligned.
you
And this is what we
didn't
thought. What we
You are
thought.
not patriotic enough. You didn't read the national development strategy.
No. I'm patriotic
This
enough.
is already. These are
Okay.
things that have already been tabled in the national
And what's stopping
development
the government
strategy.
from implementing it?
That's what I'm saying. That
Some are in their second terms without even
procedural.
having done anything at provincial level.
Okay.
So
It's about
we're expecting
process.
this government to be busy aligning this act with the constitution.
Right, let me
But
hold
they
you.
are busy trying to amend it again, amend.
Let me hold you there, Mr. Manuel. Mr. Gufa, let me come to you. There's then the wording which is there. There's elongating and extension there too. And maybe there's a position to say maybe these two are different. Maybe you might want also to clarify.
term. The constitution is clear. A term is 3 years and above. There is no way that the term has been termed to be say it's 5 years. It's 3 years and above. The constitution is clear. So the constitution allows the masses to make a decision to say no. The term was 3 years. Let's make it 4. It was 4 years. Let's make it 5. It was 5 years. Let's make it 6. It was 6 years. Let's make it 7. The term is 3 years and above. So yeah, it should be understood that we are not creating a new term. We are extending the term constitutionally. It's within the confines of the constitution because we are just adding 2 years.
Why are you getting 3 years and above?
Well, in the
Where?
constitution. In the
read
constitution,
what it
you
says?
should read section 328 of the
You can
constitution.
just read it. You don't have it there.
I don't have it here, but you read constitution section 328 for clarification at your own reading time. 3
Okay.
years and above.
But
3
one
years.
is deemed to have served a term after 3 years. And
And how does the law work? Do you know how the law works? How the law works? If a certain things if something is described in a certain quarter of the constitution and as a term, it then holds. Because there is a certain space in the constitution that someone is said to have holds. If someone finishes 3 years, is a term.
Yes, I'm not arguing on that one, but I'm saying our constitution is also clear that a term is 5 years. But one is deemed to have served at least a term if he serves at least 3 years.
At least 3 years.
At least 3 years. A term is complete. Yes.
A term is complete.
Yeah.
And above. So now we are just adding 2 years to 5 years.
2 years from where?
To make it 7 years.
Why are you
to elongate the term? So that there is ample time for any leader. You should understand one thing. What Mr. Manyundo doesn't understand is he thinks that this constitution is only made for this current government. But we are saying that even if a next government comes after 2030,
I think
the 7 years still holds what?
I think I've asked you a simple question. To say, let's say we have extended that to 2030. What will stop ZANU-PF again from extending it to 2033? Because that is constitution.
My brother, considering that all things are constant, if considering that all things are constant, if there is a need, and if the masses allow, we can extend the term to 10 years. It's not a problem.
Okay,
it's a matter of the masses.
Okay, let me.
And the masses are the ones who want it to 7 years.
Okay,
let us from doing so.
Okay,
and they are the writers of the constitution.
All right, let me hold you then for the sake of progress so that we can move. Thank you so much for those reactions. So my other question, the bill aligning with the vision 2030, Mr. Gouveia, what's your take?
Yes. National Development Strategy 2, like I told you that we have hit a record of 355 million tons of tobacco last season only. Something that the guys to which these guys draw their inspiration from, the Ian Douglas Smith, failed to achieve. The president intends to double.
No, I think you have to withdraw the word. I don't get inspiration from Ian Douglas.
I know you guys. We have yet in many fora. In many fora, we know you have always been complaining. Yeah, and they always say that. And
yeah,
I'm addressing you and your counterpart.
People will tend to, you know what, people sometimes they will tend to think about those old days. Was one they will be saying,
why think of the old days?
It was at least
when
it was
you eat
better
bread every day.
It was the whites.
We
were not related to them. Why are our guys who are blacks doing this to us? Why do you want to rob people the rights of their?
What has been done to you that is wrong? What has been done? You in particular, what has been done to you that is wrong?
I need to vote for a president. I don't want to contract my
then become an MP.
Subcontract
then you can become an MP
someone.
And vote for the president.
I need to vote for the president.
The bill says become an MP and vote for the president.
No. Should I strive to come and become an MP so that I will exercise my right to vote? Is that
if
reasonable?
The people don't like
that
you,
reasonable?
If the people don't like you to vote for the president, they will not elect you to become an MP.
Zimbabweans are the most educated people in Africa, and then you want to subcontract your right to someone. Why? As educated as you are. So you are saying that
Mr. Manyundo, what Mr. Manyundo is technically saying that he wants everyone in parliament. You want everyone to make a decision in parliament.
Okay.
Why should they make it?
That's what you want. You want everyone in parliament.
Gentlemen, let me hold you there. Thank you so much for those reactions. Let me take you to clause 18, right, whereby it also speaks about the establishment of which establishes maybe the clause repeals part 4 of chapter 12 of the Constitution, which establishes the Zimbabwe Gender Commission. Its function will be transferred to the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission. Mr. Manyundo, what's your take on that one?
Yeah, on that one, it's just some of those clauses that I think probably there was a duplication. And I don't think there's nothing wrong.
So it's okay having the two merged as one. Yeah. Mr. Gouveia, what's your take? Gender Commission, Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission?
Definitely. Definitely. We were duplicating roles and it was not necessary at all. And this is something that I've seen the guys. They agree because they always speak about them being abused, rights being abused. That's why you saw him quickly, as he knows.
Okay.
Don't say the and you know what is happening.
Okay. Elections are very expensive to conduct and they create enmity and unnecessary squabbles amongst us as a people instead of focusing on building the country. Coming through again, and so it's better for us to then have the bill sail through because Malaysian anza no paid some resources. Then another one is coming through. Anzon, thank you
How
so
is
much.
it feel? But
And thank you so much.
But David Tinaani, maybe I can ask you, where is Manyundo's people?
Okay. Then my another, let me then read messages as we go on to conclude the program. Good evening, Tinaani. Thank you so much for the program. I think what we need to do to understand is we are one people, and when we do things, we do them for our benefit. I don't see anything wrong by us going to do things which support our country and benefits the development of the country. And ndinongoti pamberi naro b alright tinotenda ndi b arotipa message arobata ari kushurugwi 0713060506 anzoni I support the b 100% ndande naro anzoni guys maconsultations ari kuya next week saka tisanyanyo kuchema kuti atina nguva hande kuma consultations ndi baba chipo varotipa message ari kwachiundura ndinotenda baba chipo ne message amurutipa 0713060506 anzoni support the bill appointing 10 more senators gives the president a broader pool from which to elect technical expertise for development. Shambare Mkoba, thank you so much for that one. 0713060506 come through comments, questions, contributions. Anzoni nyaya kangonaka. Alright, nakuzwati ndiwe ani tinotenda ne message maybe tichino tasetoda kuvhara chirongwa chedu tinonovhara chirongwa chedu rega ndinzo kuti so far what's your maybe analysis Mr. Manyundo, what's your overall assessment of the legislative processes, how have they been so far? What's your take? Do you feel that in terms of transparency and accountability, have they done enough?
There's a serious challenge, ever since this bill was introduced. I think you've been seeing what has been happening all over in our country. There's total exclusion of those that are perceived to be dissenting voices or those that are perceived to be opposition supporters. They also need to put their contributions. Yes, there's a process that goes through Parliament, but that process is still opaque as to who is in charge of that in Parliament. Obviously, the Speaker of Parliament is in charge, and this also happens to be the one also in charge of affairs within SANPF. And is there any guarantee that whatever contributions that we are making are going to be read, they are going to be considered? You know, this process already is an opaque process. We just thought the a program was supposed to include the consultations that are now being done, but even if you check here in Gweru, there's one station that has been earmarked for consultation, that is Vungu, and you wonder what kind of selection is that one, whereby people are told to gather in Vungu instead of bringing it closer to where people are. And also, I think...
Are you saying there are no people in Vungu? You should track that. Are they donkeys in Vungu?
No,
are they animals in Vungu?
Anyway,
that's an insult. You should withdraw. You should withdraw statement. That statement. That's an insult. You are saying that in town.
You see now, in what level?
Yes, you should withdraw the statement that there are no people in Vungu.
No, there are
because
people
there are
Vungu.
people. But you said that they should have brought it here where
the
majority.
Yes, the majority of the people.
Do you know
where are they?
Did you?
And why is it that in Midlands we've got only three places that this
you complain about the places? Don't say that there are people in there are no
and
people.
How do you think people are going to make their contribution?
Okay, thank you so
much. Will it be possible really?
Okay.
There are people. There are not donkeys in Vungu.
Okay, thank you so much.
I don't know.
Okay,
thank
you.
How you want to put it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You cannot say that they should have brought it here where there are people. That's a situation that in Vungu there are no people. That's an insult. You should withdraw that statement before we proceed. Okay. That's an insult to the people in Vungu. There are people in Vungu. Yeah. Mr. Manyundo should withdraw. You should be an honorable man enough, and you should be an honorable man enough, and withdraw that statement. That's an insult to the people in Vungu.
So I want to ask.
You cannot say that they should
but
have
I've
brought it
clarified.
here where there are
I've
people.
Clarified now, but I don't know.
But just to withdraw. Just be man enough.
What I
just be man.
I just wanted to say.
Just be man
this
enough.
consultation must be done at what level?
Okay, Mr. Gouvet, let me come to you. Any problems with venues? Any problems with venues?
No. we don't have a problem. Even if those people in Vungu, even if we fail to go to Vungu, and those people in Vungu make a decision about the bill, they are the masses, they are the people. They're just the same with us. We are all equal in the eyes of God. We are all equal in the eyes of the Constitution. So there's no problem with the people in Vungu making a decision for the masses. In Mr. Manyundwa, if you want to go, you just drive to Vungu, because they want it to come to town, so that those in Vungu come to here in town.
Okay.
No,
They don't care about
They have
the
to make their
people.
consultations there. That's why
I don't know how the venue was selected, but I believe that wherever there are people, those people are equally important, and those people are equally capable to defend the interests of this country, to defend the interest of the liberation struggle. That is what is important. Whatever comes next is nonsense.
Opportunity also.
Yeah.
Let's come to say everyone should have an opportunity and accessibility.
But
Wherever these consultations will be
okay, maybe my last question to you, both of you gentlemen, is there any different, maybe different strategy when of maybe now the consultations are being done, maybe comparing to other consultations?
All right, let me come there. Let me come there. Mr. Manyundwa was saying this. We are a developing country, and Mr. Manyundwa has an opportunity. He has a good phone. He has an opportunity to type in his phone and submit his opinion through the email, the parliament email. My grandmother in Vungu, where he's talking about, might not have the phone, but might want to speak. So I think the parliament did justice by taking the consultations to where the people who might not have access to typing.
And you are saying there are no grandmothers in town?
What?
I think there are no grandmothers staying in town who would also want to give their contribution.
They are rational enough to realize that other grandmothers in Vungu are speaking for them.
Everyone got a phone.
Okay.
Wherever you are, there's network. So you can just forward whatever you want.
The issue to do with the venue is not a problem, Mr. Manyundwa. You have a very good car. You can drive there and still make your opinion heard. The same way your opinion is being heard here.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much. Let us then go on to conclude the program. Your parting words, Mr. Manyundwa, as we close the program.
Yeah, I think I'm one of those that actually are demanding for a referendum to be conducted, so that everyone will be covered. We would not want a system whereby only very few people will contribute to the amendment of this constitution. Let everyone get an opportunity to air their views. And there's a general feeling that it is us, the citizens, who had given our MPs, the president, the councillors mandate up to 2028. And for that reason, they cannot extend it themselves. Please bring back the whole issue to the very people or the employers. The citizens are the employers, so they still need to have a say in recalling their candidates or extending their terms of office.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manyundwa, for your reaction there and also your concluding words. Mr. Gouveia, your last words as you close the program.
I would like to say thumbs up to the president for the 100-day cycle without load shedding. I would like to appreciate the president for a food secure environment, and would wish that this process of alleviating the masses and creating a middle income economy by 2030, where an average person in Zimbabwe acquires a GNI of 5,000 by 2030 is achieved. And I would like to urge the people of Zimbabwe to go and support the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 at any consultation that they can, and they should write to the Parliament to support the bill. because it is the future of Zimbabwe. It is the modernity, the dynamic aspect that will drive the economy of Zimbabwe to greater heights, to the middle income economy by 2030. And I strongly believe that the resolution of the mass party, the resolution number 1, is unstoppable because it is the resolution of the people.
Thank you so much. So that was it for today's program right here on your 98.4 FM talk show. The Fireplace, as I was having a discussion with two gentlemen. I was speaking to Mr. John Manyundwa and his former councillor Ward 18 and policymaker. I was also speaking to Mr. Yemurai Takuzwa Guveya, ZANU-PF Provincial Secretary for Business Liaison and Development. So these are the gentlemen I was with in the studio tonight as we are unpacking Amendment number 3 bill of 2026. So thank you so much, Mr. Manyundwa, for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Guveya, for coming.
You're welcome.
Right. Thank you so much to our listeners. We value your inputs so much. Remember to stay tuned to 98.4 FM. My name is Tinaani Nyabereka. We meet again on other programs. Have a good night.
Great music. 98.4 FM Midlands. Turn it up. Great music. Great company. 98.4